First of all, I would like to say thanks for joining this demo class and for your interest shown on SAP FICO course. And today we will discuss about in detail about the uh, SAP FI course and a few of the basic informations and all these things. We'll just go through the PPT presentation and you will be understanding very clearly. And first of all, many people will struggle, or or they will be not knowing that how to join for a, so how to get an IT jobs and all. So most of people will think, but they will not take any action. They will not think about how to start and all. So you guys are started already as a first step as you are, towards your goals. You might started off searching about jobs and like about thinking about IT jobs. 1 minute, 1 minute. It started. I'm sharing the link to you. Can you please ping me hi in a WhatsApp? Yeah, yeah. Thank you. 1 minute, guys. Sorry to interrupt. 1 minute. Please quickly ping me a hi message and I'll share the link. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. 1 minute, guys. Sorry to interrupt. 1 minute. Okay. So most of the people will only think, but they will not take any steps. So you guys are already taken a first step to search about the course related and so after that, and also few people will inquire and people will not join the demo class. You also joining the demo class. I would appreciate each and everyone, and let's understand this course and who can join and who can learn, who cannot learn, and what is the requirement, what is the criteria, what is this application, why do we need to learn, what is the weightage in the market, what are the packages are providing. So all the details will be discussed in this demo class. Okay. So all will be in detail discussed in this demo class. Okay. So can someone help me to confirm if you are able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yep.
able to see.
Thank you. Yes. So welcome to YKP Technologies. So here I'm representing as a YKP Technologies folk, and so we are offering multiple SAP courses. But now we are here to understand about the SAP FICO demo class. So here, the reason we gathered here, so to understand the SAP FICO course related and how we can able to get the job and what kind of work will be there in SAP FICO, whether it will be manageable or not, the detailed discussions will be understanding in this demo class. So here, my name is Somshekhar. So here I'm going to represent the demo class and I'll be explaining all the topics. So coming to today's agenda, today's agenda, I kept very few points highlights. Like I'm not going to take much time. Maximum, I'll try to complete within an hour as a scheduled meeting. So here I'll give only high-level information about this course and topics and all the details, and the in-detail discussions will be discussed in the once we started the actual course. Okay, but here I'll try to give you overall picture of SAP FICO course. Everyone can understand what is this course and why to learn and what is the outcome we will get it. Okay, so here are the highlighted few points for this demo class. So I'll just give my introduction of myself and about SAP introduction I will give. Then we will get into the SAP FICO course topics, like what is this SAP FICO and what and all it will come in this application, what we are going to do exactly, configurations or mappings and whatever it may be. So I'll give you more information in a high level. So, and after that, so the training activities and support means as a YKP technologies, so what kind of a support will be there from my end and what kind of activities I'll be additionally teaching you in this demo class, and all this high level information will be shared to you. That eligible criteria for course. So many people might have a confusions, right? Like who can learn, like whether I can able to learn or not, whether I'll fit into this course or not. Those things will be discussed in the eligibility criteria uh, scenarios. Okay. Then and the last we'll discuss about the timings and fee structure. Okay. So hope everyone can hear me and able to see these slides. If anyone have any questions, you can raise your hand or you can ask me. We will address that. Or else you can keep all your questions. At the end of the session, I'll address each and everyone in the end of the session. Okay. Let's move on to introduction. So introduction. So why I'm kept this PPT slide for introduction is so that you should be well aware of your trainer, because from whom you are learning, whether the person who's training is a capable person or not, you should know about the trainer as well. It shouldn't be in a blind mind, like whether we are learning in a proper experienced person or not, whether our trainer has experience or not, whether our trainer knows the knowledge or not. So when you know about your trainer, you will be feel confident that we are learning from the right candidate. Just to give you that confirmation and a clarification for you guys from whom we are learning, who is this person, what he has an experience, what kind of activities or kind of real scenarios he can able to train us. So just to give that overview about my experience and my activities, my strengths, just give this PPT slide. So here, myself is Somashekar. I'm a 10 plus years of experience in this IT industry. I have overall 13 years of experience. In that, 10 years of an SAP FICO experience. 3 years as an I have a remaining domain experience. Okay. So here, I worked on multiple projects in this 10 years in SAP. So what are the major projects are there in a high level projects, like implementation, rollout, support projects. So in all these three formats, I got an opportunity to work and I have learned plenty of knowledge. I gained for to train you guys. So I will express all those scenarios. I'll explain all those scenarios. I'll give you all the knowledge what I gained through these long 10 years. Everything will be shared with you guys in the throughout the course based on the topic wise. So what is this implementation, rollout, support and all? In the coming slides, I will explain you in detail. Okay. So coming to the panel experience. Panel experience means panel is nothing but an interviewer. The person who takes the interview for openings, we call it as a panel. So panel experience, I have a full-fledged experience from past 6 years. Whenever I reach as a senior consultant, I'm part of a panel from past 3 companies. So in a day in, day out, I'm minimum, I'll take like 1 or 2 weekend drives and everything. So I'll be taking continuously the interviews for the openings. So I do have an experience of a panel experience from past 6 months, 6 years. So I have evaluated profiles, more than 1,000 profiles I have evaluated. So that experience I will share with you guys, how to prepare for interviews, what kind of questions will come. So all those experience, whatever I gained as a panel, whatever the scenarios we will ask, what kind of questions we will ask, what we will expect from the candidate, all these knowledge will be, I'll share with you. So it will be help you guys to crack the interview. Those things and all will be in detail we'll share in the regular classes. So and also I'm part of internal trainer. So not only the newcomers or not only freshers or not only for new joiners, I do train internally for already existing experienced candidates itself. I'll take with my interest, and sometimes there will be a sessions. I'll be a guest lecturer kind of a thing. I'll sessions will attend and I'll take the classes for specific topics. So I do have an internal training experience also. So this is my overall intro. So I would like to share with you guys. Okay. Just moving to SAP introduction. So SAP introduction, see in this completely for related to SAP, what we are going to discuss in this class is what is SAP, what are the submodules we have, what are the types of projects we have, what is system landscape, what is the FICO course content. This FICO course, what and all the content will be there to learn. So all these things will be learned slide by slide, and you will be understanding what is the SAP application. What is the SAP application, you will understand. What is submodules, you will understand. So what is this projects, you will understand. So how real time they will work, what are the landscapes they have. So this is high level, I'm going to explain you guys. So first let's understand what is SAP. So coming to SAP, so what is SAP means the SAP is one of the system application product. See, this is uh, this SAP application mainly used for the finance. So if you take an example, in day out, either in a house, either in a retail shop, either in a supermarket or any kind of manufacturing industry or sales industry or service industry companies, from normal one common man to till successful one high level organization of a companies, everyone will have a financial activities. If you take an example of as you and me as a common man, in our house, like we buy things, we sell things, we'll spend for things. You will have a bank accounts, you will make the payments, you will receive the payments, you will give the checks, you will receive the checks, and you might be having a loans, you might be having a debts. You need to buy something for your home, and whatever you, if your agriculture background based or whatever whatever XYZ things, you will sell the things. So in even normal person will have so many things to take care of the financial aspect, right? Think about that. If you're a common man, we have a lot of things to take care about of the financial aspects. So as a common man, you need not to showcase for anyone. You can do as you wish, you can spend by anything, you need not report for anybody. But as a company, they are held responsible to showcase all their books of records to the government, whichever country it is. If it is an organization, they're running any business, they have to track each and every activity into the one of the application, one of the books of records. Then they need to showcase to the government, and end of the year they will showcase the balance sheet or whatever it may be, the profits and losses. And if they're whatever the profits are there, they will make the taxation to the government and they will keep their books clear. So that's how the big companies grows, right? So to do that activity in the very decades back, we were handling the handwritten books. Then later it came like small applications. Like when we are entering to the digital world, they might have inaugurated or identified few of the small applications. But as individually grown, so there are big companies are established, and there is not possible to track it in a handwritten books. Now these kind of applications, ERP application has been uh, came to in a market. So there are a lot of ERP applications. In one of that, SAP is one of the ERP application which is currently leading number one position in the market. So I'll also share you why it is leading in number one, why we need to choose SAP only. Okay. First, to know about SAP in a short and sweet way of this journey. So SAP is implemented in 1972 by five former IBM employees. So when they were working, they will get an idea to implement one new software application for finance related. Few former IBM employees from Germany, they have identified, they have built this application to start. So that's how this journey started. It started in 1972 till it's reached till now. It is a number one position. So this is the background of SAP. So how it started, how it reached. So now see, SAP started with, there is a multiple versions evaluations, right? So like if you buy a smartphone, basic phone came, then they transfer to keypad plus display, then they moved for a smartphone, then they moved for a 3G, 2G, 5G. Like that, there will be always the growth will be there. And similarly in SAP application also, so it started with one small application like call it as a SAP R1 system. It started in 1972, and later they evaluated at SAP R2, R3, and so gradually they are developing their application. They are making easy and comfortable for the big companies. And now, then they moved on to the SAP ECC. Then finally, we're in S4HANA. So now the major projects are in SAP ECC. Out of 100%, the 90% of projects in with ECC only. The latest application SAP S4HANA, they are trying to implement and forcefully on the clients. So most projects in ECC and SAP S4HANA, and now we are going to learn SAP ECC along with the S4HANA. So I'll be training more into SAP ECC and S4HANA application also. I'll be sharing with you guys, and I'll give you what are the changes and how this application looks, what is the changes in between SAP ECC and S4HANA. So moreover, we are going to learn in ECC module. Okay. So coming to next slide. So key features and all, I'll explain you in the next slides. This is what SAP. SAP is for purely SAP finance application to track the entire finance activities and whatever it may be, purchases, sales, manufacturing, advertisement, discounts, whatever, each and every activity, the company, whatever it does, everything can be captured in an SAP. So now coming to the submodules. The second thing is SAP submodules. Submodule means, so within an SAP we have a lot of submodule applications. So SAP is a big application in that there will be a lot of submodules. In that submodules, we are going to learn one application is SAP FICO. This is a one submodule application. So you may have a question. See, SAP means, am I going to learn entire SAP? No, it cannot. We cannot able to handle one person all the modules. To give you an example, if you go for a bank, will you able to handle all the jobs? Clerk job, treasury job, manager job, operation job, loans. There will be a lot of positions, right? If you walk into any organization, if you walk into any bank, there will be a lot of employees working in individual activities, right? So like that, one person cannot handle entire bank. Similarly, one SAP application cannot handle by one consultant. There will be a SAP is bifurcated by the submodules. Based on the submodules, the people will learn, they will work on respective submodule related configurations. So in SAP, we have a lot of submodules, like within that major is functional and technical. Functional, what they will do, technical, what they will do, I'll give you a detailed explanation. So in the functional, we'll be having a FICO, SD, MM, HR, and a technical ABAP basis security and all. What are the submodules? You may have a doubt. So these submodules, nothing but, so this is how we will bifurcate. Let me help you. Okay, so here this is a functional model, right? So as I said, within SAP, two things are there: functional and technical. Within the functional, we will have these submodules. So what are the submodules? Let us go through in a quick way. See, FICO, we are going to learn this both the modules now, FI and CO. So what is FI module and CO module means? FI will manage all the financial transaction and accounts. It includes submodules like a general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, asset accounting, bankings, reconciliations, and all these finance related things, entire finance related things, it will take care in the SAP application. The controlling means it's again cost center, internal order, profitability analysis, and it kind of a reports, everything will come. But in FICO course, with this course, we are going to full-fledged, we are going to learn entire FI model. And in CO model, I'll cover up only the basic things like, cost center, internal order, profit center, and all these things. This profitability analysis will not be covered in this. Or material ledger profit analysis will not be covered in our course. This because it's a pure controlling part. It will take a lot of time to explain. So we will be covering entire FI and CO, 40% of the CO knowledge. I'll be going to train you guys. So FI means it will take care of finance and finance related, and MM. So MM also one of the module. So MM also one of the module which will extensively take care about the material management. So if any manufacturing company or if any service company, they may require, like take an example, if anyone like a manufacturing company, take a Royal Enfield. To manufacture that, what and all they need raw materials, they need resource, they need a plant, they need labor, they need like a land. So what are all required in the aspect of manufacturing? So they will take care entire of purchase related. This module entirely take care of purchase related activities. So who are interested in material management, they will go and they will get trained in a MM module. Then they will become an MM consultant. So like that, SD consultant is a separate module. SD is related to sales and distribution. This consultant will handle separately only related of a sales. They'll take care of sales. Like when customer comes, they'll take the orders, to take orders, book an invoice, billing, and they will sales and delivery, pricing, completely sales related. They'll take care of the in SAP application, what and all they wanted to implement, the SD consultant will take care of for the sales. And PP, production planning, the plant maintenance will be there. Whatever they were manufacturing, there will be a plant level, what and all activities will be there. That PP consultant will take care. quality management. If you buy any product from Amazon or Flipkart, there will be a checkbox quality management, quality check completed. Like that quality related quality management module will take care. HCM, human capital. It's like kind of, they'll take care separately the employees' payroll, their timesheet, their attendance, their administration, hirings, completely human resource related. There is a one module. So like that, each and every, if I keep on explaining, there will be a lot of, there are around 30 of submodules are there in SAP. And coming to technical module means it's kind of an ABAP. ABAP is like, we have in SAP 10% of coding. The 10% of coding completely will take care by the ABAPers. And basis teams nothing but they will establish the system connectivities. If you want to log in, if you're working an existing employee for any other organization, if you want to log in, they will give the system connectivities. So if you take an HDFC bank, suppose if they want to log in for loan application portal, they're setting up the servers, they're setting up the credentials, login credentials. If they submit here, check submit clearing means it will go for RBI portal. So like that connectivities from one system to one system, connections, whatever the required things to operate the systems, module system to system interfaces, the basis help is required. This team will take care of the such kind of activities. So like that, each and every module, it has their own weightage. But again, you may have a question in your mind. So then why I need to learn FICO only? Why can't I learn other modules? You are always have an opportunity to learn other modules also. There is no pressure, there is no force. You have to learn only FICO module. You can learn any module, whatever your wish. But here we are to discuss about only FICO module and why we need to learn FICO module. If you go in the market, whoever is SAP aspirants to learn courses, in everyone mouth, it will be a FICO, FICO, FICO. Why people are choosing only FICO over on these modules? Because FICO is the most weighted module in SAP application where we have a more openings, more packages are offering. Because SD will work alone, SD module along with the FICO. MM work with alone with FICO. HR work will alone with FICO. But FICO is the only module which will work with across all
ಇದನ್ನ
the modules.
ಈ ಸೋಮನ್ಗೆ
Can you go for a mute, Kiran? So here, FICO module will work with across all the modules. FICO will work with SD, FICO will work with MM, FICO will work with HR. So each and every module will be dependent on the FICO because FICO is the finance and controlling. The company, I can say it's FICO module is a heartbeat module because without finance, none of the company will run. Similarly, without having FICO configurations, none of the modules will run in our application. So that is why if you take an example of a 10 to 15 people of team in any of the project, FICO people will be more. If you compare, suppose take an example of 10 people, the FICO people will be 3 to 4, and SD will 2, MM will 2, HR1, PP1, ABAP 2, like that. Always the count of number of count will be more in every project. That's how the openings will be more for a FICO. Okay, that is what the important of FICO. So and you may get one more doubt. Why only SAP? We don't have any other applications in the market for this kind of a finance related. Why SAP is in number one today? So why can't other applications? Definitely we do have a lot of ERP applications, but whereas those applications are not able to fulfill in across all the departments. So what we are seeing here, sales department, material department, HR department, like a plant department, across, like in a company, what and all the activities there, every each and department can be fitted into the SAP. But if you go for other ERP systems, so like this we have a lot of ERP systems. So 10 years before, the Oracle is a top company, top technology in finance, but SAP taken over, and number one application is SAP now. So the second position is an Oracle. There will be Oracle also, it's a leading one, but comparing to Oracle, SAP is the number one. So these are the ERP applications we have in the market: Oracle, Microsoft, Salesforce, Workday, Infor, Sage IFS, and NetSuite. We have a lot of ERP applications, but each and every ERP application is specific and experienced only certain business process only. So it's not for all. Suppose if you take an Epicor, it's related to manufacturing and distributor only. This application more focused on in this area only. It cannot take over the other modules. So similarly, this Sage, it's a marketing and accounting tools. This is CRM, only customer relationship only. Salesforce is only for customer relationship. So Microsoft Dynamics, it is only for few integration aspects only. So see, other ERP applications are able to help for companies only certain business process only. They cannot able to provide entire support. Whereas in SAP's, it is supports across all the company related activities. That is why every big players are jumping into the SAP and they are buying SAP product and they are implementing it. So whenever they wanted to get into the SAP application, then they need us. If suppose MRF Tires is a company, if they wanted to implement SAP means, then they need a resources. There it starts the requirement of the SAP consultants. When they wanted to implement, then they need to look for all these kind of a skill set people, FICO, SD, HR. So then they will come to the market. They'll look for a over having experience or learning freshers, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. They will take based on the requirement and they will hire it. That's how we have a more openings in a market. Okay, this is what SAP submodules. Okay, so it's just to give, because in real time course I'll give you more in-depth knowledge, but here I'm trying to make you, once the demo class ends, you should be think that you should be able to understand that what is SAP. At least you will move out of this demo class in a knowledge of what is SAP and what and all will be there in SAP course. So coming to the types of projects. Okay, so types of projects is nothing but, if suppose once you learn the SAP application, this SAP application, then you may need to, once you learn this SAP application, you will give an interview, so you will be selected. Once you selected, what kind of work will be there? This is the next question mark in your mind. So okay, I'll learn this SAP application, then I'll get a job, I'll landed in a job, suppose I join a TCS, HCL, whatever the XYZ company, then what kind of work I will get? So see, once you learn the course, once you get a job, maximum you will be placed into the 5 different projects, and out of that, these are the 3 or the top projects, and maximum you will be placed in only these 2 projects, either implementation or either support. The implementations are very less, because I will explain you what is implementation, why it is very less, and support will be more. Support projects will be more. First, let's try to understand what are these five types of projects, and then you will understand. So these are the 5 types of projects we'll be having once you are becoming an FICO consultant. One is implementation project, one is support project, one is rollout project, another one is enhancement project, then upgradation. So what is implementation? What is SAP? Let's learn about 3 to 5 minutes for each type of project. Let's try to understand. Okay, implementation project. So implementation project is nothing but, 1 minute, give me a second. Okay, so here implementation project. So implementation project means, it's very simple to make you understand. So hopefully everyone knows that, Tally, it's a very basic application, Tally, or as I said you, like a JD Edwards. So these are all very small finance applications. Okay, small finance applications, or else XYZ software. Okay, so any of the company. Okay, let's take care of deadline. Let's take care of uh, MRF tires. Let's take MRF tires, right? So any company, when they started the business, as soon as they start business, nobody will have a turnover, nobody will have a profits. Everyone with the struggle, and they will come to the number 1 position, right? So they might have, in the beginning of the companies, they might have used handwritten books. Then the small softwares they adopted, and they maintained all the finance things, right? So now, today, suppose MRF is started in approximately 1980s or somewhere. So now we are in 2025, right? There is a number 1 tires business, right? Now they wanted to get into the SAP application. Assume that MRF tires are interested to implement SAP application. SAP application. So MRF tires are implemented to, I'm typing quickly, just bear with my spelling mistakes. Okay. So now if they want to implement SAP, so assume that before that they would have maintained some other softwares, right? See, if they want to showcase all the records, books of records, they want to claim ITR, they want to submit balance sheet for income tax means they have to maintain one other one. They might be maintaining Tally, they might be maintaining JD Edwards, they might be maintaining XYZ software. But now, when they're first time coming to the SAP application, first time coming into SAP application. So this is called a implementation. Implementation. First time, whenever they're starting from other applications to SAP application, when they're coming into the first time, when they're coming into SAP application, that kind of project we call it as implementation. From scratch, we will develop. From scratch, we will develop the SAP application. See, SAP will give a standard application. Using that standard application, as per the business, as per the MRF business, we will develop, we will implement certain scenarios into the SAP application. So from the scratch, we will develop, we will implement SAP application scenarios and configuration for MRF test. This is called implementation. So if you land here, see, this is the, in this project you will get more experience. In this project you will learn each and every kind of activity. This is a heavy weighted project to learn the skills. But one time if we implement it, see, we cannot keep on implement for same company multiple times. Only one time only we will implement. So that is why implementation projects are very less. Every company, whenever they wanted to come first time, it will be implementation project. Then coming to the other one, support project. Assume that support project is nothing but, if suppose once we implemented this application, right, ongoing they will be getting any issues comes, whatever the implementation we have done, any process didn't work, and any users are posting incorrectly, or a few doesn't know how to use this application, and few changes may come, like they are giving discount for 10%, they wanted to give now 4%, or they are introduced a new product, they may want to create a new product scenarios, or they are using new bank account, they change now HDFC bank account they are using for payments, and now we want to use for ICICI bank payments. So like that, once we implemented ongoing support for the application, we call it as a support project. Let us to explain you in simple way, you will buy a car. Once you buy the car, will that stops your you don't need any support from the, if suppose if you buy a Tata car, once you buy the Tata car, is it a one time purchase? You will never visit back to the Tata Motors company. It's not like that, right? So once we implement it, it's not going to end here. Once the implementation done, as long as they use this application 1 year or 100 years or 200 years, as long as they use this application, they need support from the SAP. They need support from the SAP means SAP will not provide the support. SAP will provide the support as aspect of the SAP application. But who will give the support for resolving all the issues? Like you and me, who are learn this course, who are working in this FICO module, they need FICO consultant to support for this kind of projects. That is how we have a jobs in the market. Once they implement it, the support project will be 100 years or 50 years or 1 year. The jobs will be there. They need people to resolve. Like, you know, once you buy the car, if any battery issues comes, you will go for a service. The battery related, the technical guy will resolve it. The engine issue will come. You will go for a showroom. The engine consultant, like take that engine uh, like mechanic will be resolved. If there is a come for a wiring issues, then the like electrical guy who are expert in the electrical guy, he will resolve. Like that, once we implement it in support project also, whatever the modules we have in running application, in whichever the area the issues comes, the respective consultant will resolve. Like that, once implemented, any issues will come related to finance. Any issues comes related to finance, the finance consultant, like we were learning this course, if you get a job, we will go resolving that issues. Like any SD model related to tax, accounting entries, or GL account, books of records, any issues comes, this guy will try to look into the issue. If he is not understand, he will come to us. In this model, again, they will come to us. If standalone things, they will clear it. If anything is dependent on finance, definitely they will come to us. Everyone will come to us. The support project is nothing but resolving the ongoing issues in the real-time application. Resolving the ongoing issues in the real-time application forever. Forever means as long as this support application is there. Okay, this is called support project. And coming to the another one, so rollout project. See, rollout project means, see, these and all in detail what and all come in implementation, support what and all. There are a lot of things to explain. Okay, these and all will explain in a real-time course. Who are going to join this class will be giving in detail explanation to this. So support projects then, right? So in support projects, what kind of tickets is there? L1 ticket, L2 ticket, L3 tickets, production issues, what kind of tickets will receive, what is the ticket base, what is the production base, what application will use for ticketing tool, how we will resolve, to whom we will connect, how we will schedule the calls, how we need to resolve that, how we can postpone, how we can manage. Everything I'll train you guys. So once you learn the course from me, you will be easily able to crack the interview, and even if you get a job, no need support from anyone. You can able to handle it. If still you need a support, I'll be there to support you guys. Okay, rollout project. So coming to rollout project is, rollout is nothing but, so at a time, any company will not dare to implement the all the company codes application. So if suppose MRF tires is there across globe, it is there. First time they wanted to come into the SAP application, but they will not dare to implement all countries books of records, all countries business into the SAP. If it is not going to work properly, they'll be in a trouble to showcase the books of records into the government. That is why they will not dare to do at a time. They will take up as a pilot batch. They'll take up as a pilot batch as MRF company. They will take for, like, India or US, like that. They will take 2 to 3 company codes. First they will do the implementation for the 3 company codes. First they will do the implementation, and we will go for a live and everything working smooth. And once they're happy with the SAP application, everything is running smooth, then they will decided to get the remaining companies or remaining countries also into the SAP application. That kind of project we call it as a rollout. So remaining now in a first go, if suppose we can implement Australia, Canada, US or India, these 4 countries will implement. Everything is running smooth. Then they got a trust and SAP application. Then they'll start implementing Germany country also. That time Germany country. So even though we are doing in a first time, so implementation means, do not get confused. Implementation is first time we are coming into the SAP application. That time it is an implementation. But here Germany country, even the first time we are implementing in a SAP also, but we will be having a base configuration. We will be having the basic scenarios. We will be understanding already their business strategies, how their business will be there, what kind of discounts are they giving, how many plans are there, what is their business routes. So high level things, how they are following the payments and all. Every basic information we are already covered in the implementation. In the rollout, the efforts will be less. In the rollout, what we will change? We will change in the rollout only country specific kind of a configurations. Assume that you will be started to construct your house. You will be initially, you thought that you can construct 4 floors, right? You wanted to construct 4 floors, but you never have any experience to whom to recruit, for who will be there in the market, what is the price of bulk material, bricks, cement and iron, steel, POP, like contractors. You will not having any knowledge, but you decided let's go with the 2 floors. First you will construct only 2 floors. Once you constructed the 2 floors, by that time you will be gaining all the experience, right? You will be having all the data, contractor data, engineering data, electric guy data, plumber data, like steel items, what prices it will come, everything will be having it. When you wanted to build 3rd floor, it will be easy for you. You will be having all the data. Only 3rd floor, however you want to construct, whatever the changes you want, you will made it. Like that, the implementation first time only it is a difficult rollout project. The same company code related, different countries will brought up into the SAP, like that rollout project. Country specific configurations will do it. We'll copy the standard configurations from the existing implementation, objects, activities, and extra. and remaining country specific configurations will do it. This is what rollout project. Majorly in the companies, these are the three projects are running, and out of three projects, let us take the you can give implementation is 30%, support is I can give 60%. Okay, then only remaining is a rollout, I can say. These are the percentage of projects we have in the market, and we do have another projects also, enhancement projects and upgrade project. What is this enhancement? What is this upgradation? Right? Enhancement project is nothing but in the implementation time, if you missed out any business scenarios, business processes, or once we implemented government changes, any big a big kind of a process changes. Assume that in India we were earlier we were having the VAT, value added tax concept. India suddenly changed the GST concept. Then the entire process itself got changed, right? Taxation process itself got changed. That's called an enhancement. That is called enhancement. That kind of any specific process get changed, or in case of any specific project or business scenario we missed to implement in the SAP. Those scenarios will take up in the enhancement projects. These won't long last, maximum 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 1 month. Within that time frame, we will complete this enhancement projects. So enhancements nothing but purpose on new features on existing SAP system. Add new features in existing SAP system, or implement a new modules, or apply regulatory changes like a GST implementation, or modify the existing business rules like that. Okay. And coming to the SAP upgradation projects, SAP upgradation project is nothing but there's a version updates. Assume that as I told you right in the beginning, like SAP has like R1, R2, R3 like this, and whenever the SAP implements new features, take an iPhone. iPhone is keep on their releasing new features. That is a version change. That is upgradation. So upgradation project is nothing but if suppose in SAP, suppose example, assume that we have a 9.1 version. I'm taking the not actual versions. I'm taking just a random version. I'm taking. So today we're in 9.1. Tomorrow they'll release 9.2 version. So we need to give a update for the existing SAP application. So then once they give a new feature, what will happen? Why? In upgradation projects, we'll dedicate it from each module one resource, and we'll ask them to cross check that, make sure existing process are impacted or not with this new change. Again, we'll revalidate all the configurations, all the testings we'll do in a high level. That is called upgradation project. Whenever the new versions are coming and implemented, updated the production system, we need to cross check high level in the lower environments. This new change is impacted for existing business or not. Like that upgradation. These are all very rare cases it will happen. These are the types of project, guys. And everything I'll give you in detail in a real time real time classes. So this kind of a projects. By this time you might be understanding what is SAP, what is the submodules, why we need an SAP application, what type of projects will be there. Each project means what kind of activities, what is implementation. So and system landscape is nothing but I just wanted to highlight here. So any kind of thing we will not do it in a real application, real-time applications. So always we'll have an SAP application, three different servers will be having, three different servers or three different clients. You will be understand what is client and what is the systems and all in a real in a actual class you'll come to know. Here I'll give you overview. So if suppose first time when we are implementing any application, we will not implement directly in a one production system. We always we will bifurcate three systems: development, quality, and production. So similarly, if you take in a if, how I can say, if suppose taken a cars only, they will not directly production system, they will not go right, they'll experiment, they will test, then once the product is successfully run, then they will come for a launch. Similarly, SAP application also, first we will do all implement in the development system. What and all the things are there, we'll do the development first in the development system. Who will do the development system? Consultants like you and me. We will build that application according to the MRF tests. We will develop here, we will test in, and once we feel that it is everything working fine, then we will move to the quality system. In the quality system, what they will do, whatever we developed, whatever we already confirmed everything is working fine, they will cross check here in the quality system. In the quality system, they will cross check everything whatever we done. You might have seen any short films or in your YouTube, In any videos you may see, funny videos, and everyone nowadays doing reels, right? uh, you will see in testing team, quality team, developer team, like that. In movies also you might hearing these words, right? I'm a developer, I'm a tester, I'm like that. These words will be your familiarly heard by in a short movies and movies. So like that, whatever we develop, we will test in a quality system here. Once quality system QA consultant confirms that everything is working fine, they will inform to the business. There will be one more layer of system will be there. If needed, they'll keep. If not, they will test in the same system. Then business also will test as per the requirement, whether we configured or not, whether things are working or not. They will test it from the business side one more time. We will test in here, QA will test, then business will test. Everyone, when they test, nobody have any issues, then we will move to the production system. Then in the production system, real-time users will be used. To give you an example, what is the production system means? If you go for a DMart, if you go for a Reliance Trend, if you go for anywhere in restaurants, the billing system. I'm taking for easy one. If you go for a billing system, they might be using scanning and they will putting the bill, right? But those are the end users. In the DMart, the billing guy is using software and he is billing and he is collecting the money. But to bill that, when they scan it, how the bills are coming, how the prices are coming, that is the application software. That one, the consultant will be developing that as per the DMart requirement. They're developing this billing software application. The end user will work on it. If suppose while billing items they were having any issues, price is not calculating, total is not calculating correctly, they might get an issues. Then they will come back to our developers, correct that mistakes. This is kind of a system landscapes we will have, and in detail we will have a different systems. These and all will be explained in a real time course. Okay. These are the system landscape is nothing but directly will not implement any software, not only SAP. If you go for any software, they will not implement directly in production. They'll have a layers, development, quality checking, then they'll move to the production. And also, similarly, any cars which they manufacture by the manufacturer, they will not sell to the customers directly. They will develop, they will put a trial test, then they will give for QA team. You might have heard about like a Tygoon watches. They drive one a day entire with two F1 racers, like 24 hours they drive that vehicle to make sure to test that whether we'll get continuation run, whether get any engine issues or rating issues or brake issues or any kind of issues like that. They will test it. Their product they will test in a quality. Once it passed, only they will give it to the real-time world or real-time production system. Okay. Then move on to the course content. Okay. So move on to the course content means. So course content means what is FI in within the FI, what and all we are going to learn. So FI, we are talking about finance and finance. What is finance? What will be we will cover? What and all activities we'll do? So here, so here, the each and individual respect people will have their own activities to do certain things. Like that, FICO has their own activities to do in a SAP application. Those are the applications we are covering it in here. So there will be a more kind of activities, but as per the training aspectives, we will be covering up all these topics. Okay, what and all things will cover in an SAP FICO means like a baseline configuration to set up your construct your house, how we do the baseline formation, like pillars or ground working and all like that. The baseline configuration will put for a SAP. With this baseline configuration only, everyone will be dependent on the every application is dependent. Once without our baseline configuration, this application cannot be kick-started. And SD module also their own baseline configurations will be available, but to start their own SD, they need a baseline configuration. But to start their baseline also, they need FICO baseline configuration. Without FICO baseline configuration, none of the application get kick-started. This is the first application where we need to implement or do the baseline configuration. Okay. So that is what baseline configuration we will learn. Give me a minute. Yeah. Baseline configuration, general ledger. What is general ledger? All these topics in detail we'll learn in a course. General ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, withholding tax, goods and services, house bank, automatic payments, asset accountings. Uh, Between the integration of FIMM, FISD, as I explained you, these people will work with us. SD will work with us, MM will work with us, HR will work with us. Major components are these two, purchases and sales related. Only these two will be trained. So like that, we will be training what is FIMM, what is FISD, controlling baseline configuration, cost center, cost element, internal order. These are the topics will be covered in my FICO course. Okay. So just move on to the next thing. So just move on to the next thing. What is the activities and support from my end? Okay, just coming to this, let's go back here one step. So just give you that what is SAP. Okay, this guy is talking about some taxation and all. So how we are going to work in SAP? I'll show you just simple example. If suppose goods and tax and services, right? If you want to post any one accounting entry in SAP, okay, let me open that. So this is how the SAP application looks. This is how we will log in. Okay, once we log in, so this is how SAP application looks. So to post this entry, suppose we have posted one finance entry, purchase entry. So to post this entry, so people when they're trying to post any accounting entry like this in any of the transaction code, if they want to enter any invoice, any vendor invoice like this, to post, so to define all these things, to enter vendor number need to create or dates or currencies or company codes or these kind of a GL accounts, this data and all, we need to create a background, and also to work this entry, we need to do the configuration. If suppose this taxation, see if you can see in this accounting entry, input tax and it's a state, CGST, SGST. They were buying some purchase entry. To post this, to successfully to post this entry, we need to do some configurations. Suppose we are talking about some goods and taxes, GST, right? In this part, what we will learn? We will learn how we can set up the GST configuration to post this entry successfully, what and all the configuration we need to do, how we need to create these codes, what is this keys and what is this company code, currency, and all this in detail we will learn. So in GST model itself, we need to configure certain things like this. If suppose if you go like this, to complete to post one this simple entry, to post this simple entry with these two lines, we need to learn these many configuration aspects. These many configurations we need to do. We need to create sequence, types, tax procedures. For country-based tax procedure, we need to assign for our country. We need to create some GL codes. We need to define tax codes, and we need to create one purchase entry related, sales entry related. We need to define GST things, taxation invoices, until payment. So to complete this one, so these are the kind of configurations we need to do from our end. The configuration, how it looks like means, suppose example, in India we have a 0% essential items, 0% taxation, household 5%, processed foods 12%, 18%, 28 on luxury. Whenever they are buying a taxation, whenever buying luxury product, the different tax code will apply, and that has to be calculated 28% on the purchase of the value. So like that, to define all these business scenarios, to calculate automatically in an SAP system, we have to do like this configurations. Step by step, we need to define certain configurations. These and all configurations the consultant will do. These kind of configurations we need to do one by one. So in backend, lot of efforts will be there. After you are putting lot of efforts and configurations only, you can able to post that invoice entry easily here. So how does this tax calculations will happen? So we'll create certain codes for as I showed you, as I shown you, like 12% one tax code, 18% one tax code, 28% one tax code. Like this, we'll create some codes. If you see some codes here, I given a tax code. This tax code will be certain backend. We will be having certain configurations to calculate that. So like this, we will give some percentages. These keys we need to create. This condition types we need to create. There will be lot of efforts in the backend to simplifies to process this end user entry. That is how we will take care as a consultant. That is why they're giving you more packages, because you need to set up entire system to post one simple entry in this application. The standard applications will be given by SAP, but inside this application, we will define, config, design, and give it to the MRF tires. That is what our job. Then they'll simply use that. They'll simply go here and they'll post a vendor invoice. Whoever they are selling the goods, Suppose vendor invoice. If suppose MRF tire is purchasing raw material of rubber means they will give from whom they are purchasing their code they will give. They'll enter the dates invoices and they will enter goods and amounts and they'll post invoice simply. They'll record that entry in SAP. So like that, to simplify this process, there is a lot of effort in the backend mode. Like that, each and every process to do it, there is a lot of configuration and all is there. So and also one more thing that if you learn an SAP FICO, either you can get a job in a development side also, testing side also. If you don't get a job in a development testing side also, there is a lot of jobs. There is a lot of job as a individual jobs within these things. But our motto is in FICO course, if you learn 60 different types of jobs you can able to get in the market. But our motto is to get a job either development or a tester. More priority is to developer only because developer will have more than tester salary. Okay. So let's. I think it's 1 hour. Let me cover up in 10-15 minutes. Uh, I'll not take more than 10 minutes. Yeah. Coming to YKP Technologies training activities and support. So here am I started recording, right? Okay, good. Uh, YKP Technologies training, what is the activity and support will give? See, basically, the many of the institutes, I'm not saying great about my training institute or I'm not boosting up myself or anything. So naturally, what will happen in the market, I'm just giving an overview. But what additionally I'm supporting you guys from my end, if you learn the course, that is what I wanted to make you understand. See, real-time content. So everyone will tell real-time content they will teach. They may teach, they may not teach. But here, along with the whenever I'm explaining general ledger model, then and there itself, the what kind of real-time scenarios will be there, what kind of questions will come for interview, what is the important topic, then and there itself, I'll keep on train along with the training. I'll give the real-time scenarios and explanation and interview questions module by module, all things. So like that, real-time content will be shared with you guys. And interface knowledge. See, SAP means interface means SAP alone it will not work. If automatic bank payment should happen means SAP will work with the real-time banks also. Suppose in US Bank of America, in Germany Dutch Bank. So we will do the interface between the SAP system to different banks. It's seamlessly the flow will happen in between. So the connections will be there. So like that, data will be come from different applications. We will send certain information to outside SAP. Like that, interface knowledge will be there. That I'll give full-fledged knowledge. And third-party tools means what and all will use the third-party tools. Where in SAP project, we will be using third-party tools also, not only SAP. In real-time interview, they will ask you what kind of third-party tools you worked. That third-party tools knowledge also I will give you apart from the SAP application. And ticketing tool knowledge. So each and every project will use different ticketing tools. Assume that if you have a Airtel SIM, you have an issue, you will raise a complaint. They will send you one ticket number, right? When you raise a complaint, when they send you one number, but other side they will be having certain application to track the ticketing number, what is the issue, what is the thing, everything in detail they will enter there. Your customer ID, issue, what is this, to whom you need to assign. Like the ticketing tools will be there. Interviewer may ask you what are the ticketing tools you are working. So if you don't know about ticketing tool, how it works and what is a real-time scenario, you cannot able to crack the interview. Like the ticketing tool also I'll explain. SAP table usages, technical table names within the SAP means, so whenever we want to build some kind of additional logics, custom things means if you buy a bullet, they will give a standard bullet. But if you are a road trip lover, you need to set up the road trip as expected, like a carriers, things, and additional boots. Like that, you can modify a Royal Enfielder however you want. So like that, if you want to modify any existing SAP application as per the requirement, you may need to work with the ABAP module, another module. As I mentioned earlier, 10% coding will be there from ABAP side. So they will redesign this. If suppose they wanted to add one more column here, one more line here, this is a standard SAP application. Suppose this is a standard SAP is given this much only. They want to add here one more other currency tab. They want to add one more column. Like that, we can modify this existing screen. That time customization. If you want to work that, or if you want to build a report, the tables also needed. Table technical names. So how we able to give that all table names also I'll give. Okay, and programs and variant. So if this is front end, whatever you're seeing, this is a user interface, but back end everything there will be a program. Back end everything will be a program will be there. If suppose this is a screen, so this is a programs will be there. This is a SAP already written some coding. See, SAPs have a coding. Whoever is developing this product, they were writing the codings, but we will not write the codes. So even if you come through certain kind of, I entered some kind of a code here, FB60, we'll come to this. But even if you go for a programs also, this program knowledge also very much required. This program, if I give a program, if I execute, it will come to the same screen, kind of a same screen. What is this? 1 minute, I think I didn't copy it properly, I think. Mhm. It's coming. Okay. I'll tell you in real time. So like this, if you enter a program, the screens will come. The programs and variants to do the automation, we require lot of things. Okay. Like that. Programs and variants will be explained. Background jobs. So every time certain things you need not to post. If the same activity, if you are doing daily basis, means need not to do daily basis, the same activity. We can set up automated jobs. The background jobs knowledge required, custom, importance of other modules. Importance of other modules means, as I explained, what are the importance of other modules which we are going to work. So every knowledge I'm going to share, and the key features, real-time object, resume building. The other additional support from my end is real-time project knowledge I'll give. I'll prepare the resume for you. You need not to approach for anybody else to create a resume and all. With my students, I'll help to build a resume, and I'll take the mock interviews, because once you learn the course, you need not to go for directly to the interviews. With my help, I mentioned you, right? That is the reason I mentioned this point here. Panel experience, I have more than 6+ years and I have evaluated more than 1,000 profiles. This experience, I'll take the mock interview. Once you complete the course, once you complete the practice, I'll take as a real-time interview with the individual person. And if you're able to clear my round, then you will be happily keep the resume and you can happily clear the interview. And whatever the interview questions, if you struck, wherever you need a help, I'll be helping you across till you get a job. There is no further charges applicable. I'll not take any charges to help you to build a resume, to help you to the interviews, means only question and answers. Okay. If there is other kind of interview help also there, for that the different charges will be there, that is different. But only if you struggle for interview, if you need any question, if you don't know answer, you can come to me, I'll help you with that answer. Next time you can answer the same things. So I'll help with the interview questions and cracking trips. So I'm speeding up because the time is over. So individual attentions will be there. So I'll not treat like, some known person joined, I'll give more importance to him. Somebody unknown person joined, I'll let him struggle. No, it's not that case. Everyone is equal for me. I'll take care. Everyone is at most important. I'll not do any, kind of a different way of. I'll not bifurcate people like, one person I have to give importance, one person I will not give importance. Everyone is same for me, equal for me. Hands-on practical support. So hands-on practical support means I'll give certain tasks up to your date. If you're practicing, I'll give some tasks and all. I'll help you to complete the task, so that as a real-time kind of issues I'll give you. Error and troubleshooting. If suppose if you get an error, how to resolve, by taking Google help or by reading out that error message, how we can crack down, how we can rectify that error message and all. I'll help you to how we need to resolve and all. I'll help you. So these are the key features and supports will be there from my end. Okay. So now the most important thing, please carefully understand. The most important thing is, the topic is, the most important topic is who can learn the course. Eligibility criteria, who can learn. So who can learn means, so first topmost priority is minimum 15 years of graduation, either your continuous education or distance education, whatever it may be. 15 years of education is required, which means that any degree, either BCom, BA, BSc, MA, MCom, or whatever the things, at least one degree you should have it. So earlier the companies were hiring based on the education background. A finance application means finance guy. If it is a computer application means BCA, MCA, like that, BTech. So now the companies needed the skillful candidate, not based on the background, education background. If you are good at the application, you are welcome. I don't bother about what is your previous educational background. I don't need that. If you have a educational background similar to this application, if you don't know how to do, what I can do, keeping with you in my company, there is no point of, right? That is why the company is always looking the person who can clear the interview, who can answer each and everything in technical aspect. So first priority is 15 years of a degree. First priority is the people required one degree, any degree. Then you are able to learn this any course, not only FICO, any course. I'm not asking to learn SAP FICO. You can choose any course in the market. You should have a degree. Then who can learn? Okay. So the freshers can learn. See who and all can learn this. The freshers can learn. I'm telling you again. 1 minute. Who and all can learn this. The college fresher passed out. Fresher can learn, or if you are working with any already existing employees, existing working people, like if somebody like 1 to 4 years or 1 to 2 years or 1 to 6 years who are in working in data entry or operations or marketings, like whoever it may be, anyone who are having existing of BPO experience also, they can also learn this course and they can enter to in this market. And third most that assume that if a person like XYZ person passed out is 2018, today is 2025, he didn't even try for a job. He didn't even tried for a job. He can also learn. He can also learn and try, but we need to uh, take some kind of experience. That I will, if anyone has this kind of scenario, falls into this kind of scenario, please let me know. I'll guide them separately. Few things I cannot be able to explain in this recording class, but definitely I'll help you how this guy can able to get into the can learn course and how he can get the job. Even 2018 he completed degree, till now he didn't even try for a job. Few people think that my degree completed in 2018, by this today 8 years is there, who can give me job? I doesn't have experience. This guy also can easily get into the job. We have, say, every scenario I have an option. The person can learn and get into this job, but the each candidate have a different scenario. Each candidate different way of approach method will be different. Depends on your career, depends on your background, depends on your experience. The resumes will be prepared, the resumes will be guided, and I'll be giving guidance to how you need to attend the interviews. These things and all will be, I'll give you thoroughly explanation and help from my side. That is what any domain experience, non-experienced candidate with gaps. So like this, anyone can learn. Adding accounting knowledge is advantage since it is a finance applications. If you know accounting, if you're from accounting background, it will be easily understandable this course. If you're non-finance background means it's just you need to go through some basic finance subject. Like see, you might be already know. See, the SAP application is nothing but as I given you initially, it will be there purchase, sales, payments, banking, cash, check, deposit, withdraw, charges, discounts, and kind of a different things will be there. Finance means, so that basic first PU book if you go through also, that is enough for us. But I will be training here each and every single entry. I'll train what is debit, what is credit, why it is debiting, why it is crediting. Still I will train here, but I'm not going to teach you full finance. But basic finance is enough to learn this course, because the companies are hiring from the colleges. Freshers they're hiring BTech, MTech, like in MBA, like people they're putting into the SAP projects. They're learning it, they're doing it. There is no, it's not a super rocket science. Everyone can learn. Okay. These are the eligibility criteria. If you fall under of any of these things, you are most welcome to learn this course. If not, please do not waste your money. Please drop from this uh, thought of learning the SAP class. Okay. Then final thing, class timing and fee structure. So timing will be Monday to Friday. I'll conduct the classes, and if any festival holidays, I'll be not taking any classes considering all your festival attire. So 7 to 8 a.m. the class will be there. But at present, there is another batch is going on from 6:30 to 7:30. So that will be going to complete by this month end or max next month first week. So after that, I can easily accommodate 7 to 8, or once everyone is finalized list candidate, whatever the time they will choose, I'm ready to train on the same timing, either 6:30 to 7:30, 7 to 8, 7:30 to 8:30. Depends on the people requirement. We can decide the timing. But course will be Monday to Friday, and the course duration is 3 months. It may extend it for 3.5 months or 4 months also. It will not cross more than 4 months. We'll try to complete within the 3 months only. And the course fee is, see, basically, if you go to the market, if you check with the institutes, people are charging 45 to 50,000 also, and few may charge for 15 to 20 also. But depending on my skill set, because I'm giving more content, because I know how I'm going to train comparing to other people and all, that is why as a break even I kept for everyone is feasible fees is 25,000. I have kept the fees. Initially I thought to keep it as 30,000, but I decided to keep it for 25,000, which will be easily easy fees for everyone. Okay. So one more thing, that if you learn this course, you need a laptop mandatory. Any basic laptop is mandatory. Okay. The server will be taken from the outside. 5 month per month 500 will be chargeable. Like this kind of a server will take. This is how we will log in and we'll do the practice. I'll help you to install all these things. This is how we will learn the course. This is how we will use the application. This is the SAP application we have. Okay. So this is the SAP application what we have. We are going to work on this application, learn this application. Okay, this is what the complete thing. And thank you so much for joining the demo class and patiently listen my entire thing, whatever I explained, more than an hour. And I would like to say very big thanks to you, all of you. And you guys are already taken as a first step to attend the demo class and make utilize of this demo class and take your time, take a decision. But once you get into the my class, the strict rules will be there. If anyone is not following, I don't even hesitate to give you. I don't even hesitate to give back your money, and I'll remove from the classes. Because whoever join, first rule is to practice daily basis strictly, and classes need to be attended regular basis strictly. Because I don't need a time pass candidate. I don't need a the guy who doesn't have a seriousness doesn't need in my class. I don't need the money. I don't need that guy also in my class, because my intention is to help the people to get a good job. I need a output result in the batches. Serious candidates, I'll help any extension. But the candidates who are neglect, I don't take care of them individually also. I'll just simply guide. You will be having a recording classes. You can go through that. Okay. Thank you, guys. Now I'll take up any questions and answers. If anyone has, please ask your questions. If you have any or any questions, please. Anyone has any questions? And can you please drop your name and number in this, please? In the chat box, can you please drop your, before leaving this demo class, please drop your name and number here, because if any new people, I need to make a note. That's why. So anyone has any questions, please?
No.
No questions? You will feel free to ask questions. Nothing to worry. Any questions, don't mind. You can ask. Or else if you hesitate to ask any questions here, please reach out to me. I'll help you to understand more. So, and if you want to contact me, or if you want to know more about, so please visit to www.ykptechnologies. This is my official web page. Officials YKP Tech. So this is my official online page. So you can click on this icon. It will redirect to the call, or you can reach out to me in a WhatsApp. And also you can fill your details, or if anyone in your friend circle looking for a job, ask them to visit this website and drop their resume. I'll help out with the fresher jobs for even non IT as well. So in my across my contacts. Okay. And also please follow up my official Facebook page YKP Technologies, and please follow there for more updates. Okay. If any questions, please let me know, or else we can stop the recording and we can close the session. Any questions? No questions? Yeah, thank you. And whoever is interested, please reach out to me and confirm. The classes will be started from, I plan to start from 24th, but due to the festival, other things, I'm going to start from first onwards, first or second onwards. Any of these 2 dates, I'll start the batch. And I need confirmation
Thank you, sir.
before 24th. Okay. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Okay.
Once again, thanks for joining the demo
Thank you,
class.
sir.
Yeah. If anyone interested, please share in your friend circle and ask them to reach out to me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining once
Thanks.
again. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.